This little girl suddenly realized that the man beside her was actually her husband. However, the man didn't recognize her and only looked at her with confusion before leaving. After school, the little girl barged into his house. She said to the man in front of her, "I am your wife Amy, Sophie's mother." Upon hearing this, the man couldn't help but laugh, thinking she was joking. The little girl ran into Sophie's room, touched her face and said, "You've grown so big, just like me when I was young." Then the little girl found her own obituary photo in the living room. She complained dissatisfiedly, "There were better-looking photos? Why did you choose this one?" The little girl firmly told them that she was Amy, who had passed away 10 years ago and had now been reincarnated. She also said that she had suddenly remembered her past life's memories that very morning. The man and Sophie thought she was crazy. As they were about to call her parents, the little girl saw the takeout on the table and angrily said that even though there were such beautiful plates at home, they should still put the takeout food on plates to eat. Otherwise, the plates she bought would be useless. Suddenly, the doorbell rang outside. The little girl realized it was getting late and she had to go home. Before leaving, she said to the man, "I haven't seen you for 10 years. How come you've aged so quickly? I almost didn't recognize you." The little girl left happily, leaving the confused father and daughter behind. The next day, the little girl went to the man's house again and found the door locked. She skillfully took out the spare key from under the flower pot. After entering, she went straight to the wardrobe and took out her private money. Then she looked through the photo album, smiling at the once happy family photos. But when she turned to the back, she saw a blank page. The little girl then realized that in the 10 years after her death, her husband and daughter had not been happy. So she decided to do something for them. The little girl called the man and asked him to meet at the old place before hanging up without waiting for his answer. The man thought it was a prank and didn't take it seriously. Until on the way home, he was shocked to find that the little girl had indeed appeared at the old place, and her expressions and actions were exactly the same as his wife's back then. The man had no choice but to go to the appointment. Back home, the little girl skillfully prepared dinner for the father and daughter. In a daze, the man saw his wife's shadow. At this time, Sophie came home and saw the little girl wearing her mother's apron. She instantly broke down. "Get out! This is my mother's kitchen. Don't touch her things." In the evening, the man told the little girl that this house was bought by his wife and she had decorated it herself. After her death, they had never moved anything. Now, 10 years had passed, and he had decided to sell it and start a new life. The man hoped that the little girl would not come again in the future. The little girl left quietly after hearing this. The next day, the man received a mysterious package containing a lunchbox. He curiously took a bite, and tears streamed down from the spiciness. This was his wife's unique creation, lantern pepper lion's head. This kind of pepper was hand-planted by them in the countryside. In the past, when he was tired from working overtime, his wife would always make this dish to refresh him. This familiar taste made him believe that the little girl was indeed his wife Amy. At the same time, Sophie also received a package, a birthday cake with numbers representing each year after she turned 10. She hadn't celebrated her birthday since her mother passed away. At this moment, she finally believed that her mother had truly come back.